Started. Perfect. Maria's got it all going on because I could not, for whatever reason, I struggled to record. But good morning. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We are so excited, honestly, like still fresh off of all the energy from Monations. If you guys don't know me, my name is Morgan St. Germain, or if you've heard MSG, that's me. So I learned that not many people know me as Morgan, and that's totally okay. And Maria and I are going to be sharing some information with you guys on the new hair care line and how to, like, what is the information that you need to know, also about how to promote, how to share, how to reach out to your VIPs about this if you are not at Monations and if you don't have the products, because we truthfully believe this is a game changer to really help everyone with their PV and especially hitting those rank up bonuses. Because holy cow, and also Vegas qualification, guys. So this is just a huge opportunity, and we want to make sure that we're taking full advantage of all of this. And so one of the things that I just wanted to start with, and I'm not going to get, I could go on about this forever, but I'm not going to get too far into it. But one of the things that Tony Robbins shared yesterday, which I was like, holy cow, like that's the key to everything, is he shared, I have all my notes that I wrote down, but energy is going to be the number one source for you to be successful. So out of anything that you're going to need for this call, for today, when we're talking about what it is that we should be doing, it's all going to be energy. And so one of the things that I would suggest doing is, like, especially right now, like if you're half asleep, I would wake up, because you don't want to miss this information and you want to take everything that we have all in. I'm not going to make everyone turn on their cameras because you definitely do not have to, but just make sure that you are awake, you're alive, you're listening to all of this information. And then at the end of the call, we will do a Q&A. And if we can answer any questions, we will be happy to do so. So I'm going to turn it on over to my girl, Maria. And if you are not muted, if you can please mute yourself, we would greatly appreciate it. And take it away, Maria.
Good morning, guys. Oh my gosh, I am so just like on a high from Monations. As you can tell, I screamed a lot this weekend because my voice is shot, but I am so excited to be sharing with you guys all of the like amazing tidbits that we got from the training when they dropped the line. So for those of y'all who weren't there, and this is again just a testament of how much they value education, okay? Because when they drop the line, you guys, they don't just drop the line. We had a training from a chemist on why these products work, okay? And it's really important to know, and when you guys are sharing this information with other people, that we tell people we have a scientific advisory board that is backing these products. Chemists are making these products. We paired with the University of Miami and their medical school to develop this technology. Okay, we're not some influencer on Instagram that wanted to start a hair serum. Y'all probably know what I'm referring to. That stalks me every time I'm on Instagram. Okay, so I want you guys to be confident when you guys are talking about these products right here, because these aren't just by happenstance. Oh yeah, maybe they'll work. There is science behind it, and it's up to us to become that expert, because people will see right through you if you don't know what you're talking about. Okay. And it's our job to provide value. And MSG is going to talk about how we're going to provide that value and how to deliver that to your customers and your potentials. But it is up to you to become the expert in that. Don't just come on and be like, oh my gosh, my hair looks so good. Like, you have to come with facts. Come with facts. So before I get into it too, guys, I used the new line this morning. Look how good my hair looks. Like it's amazing. I'm obsessed. So I used the shampoo, the conditioner, and then on wet hair, I used the serum My hair is not greasy at all. I put it all throughout my scalp and then did volume and lift, a little damage leave-in cream, blew it out. This is the result, like phenomenal. Okay. So just know too, that whenever we drop this, you guys, like this is a great starter pack for someone. They don't need 8 recommendations. If they really just want to target hair loss, here you go. Here's a beautiful little package. Okay. So let's get into it. So they started talking about the word skinification. And the reason I'm bringing this up, you guys, is because this is a huge trending word. And it is so important when we're getting on social media and talking about this, that we're using those trending words. And we are lucky in Monat because what do we always get on camera? Like, what do we always talk about? The Rejuvenique oil is going to promote scalp health because your scalp ages 6 times faster than the skin on your face. We're already so like light years ahead of the word skinification, and it's just now coming to light. So again, we also have that in our back pocket, that we've been focusing on scalp health from the start. We've always known healthy hair starts with a healthy scalp. We're not just talking about it because it's trending. So it's important to talk about that. But let's talk about hair loss. Okay. Why does hair loss occur? All right. Hair loss occurs for several different reasons. Medical conditions, treatments, think chemotherapy. Okay. Stress. That is a huge one. Who has ever gone through a stressful time in their life and their hair just starts falling out? Right. When I planned my wedding, oh my gosh, I lost so much hair. If you've experienced a death in the family, if you've experienced a miscarriage, if you've experienced anything traumatic, your hair is susceptible to that stress. Illnesses. Who experienced COVID hair loss? That's a huge one right now. That's something that like no one really knew that was like a side effect, but it definitely is. Okay. Hairstyles can cause hair loss. If you're always wearing your hair up in a really tight ponytail, that's going to affect your hairline. Wearing those tight headbands all the time, that's going to affect your, or that's going to impact hair loss. And then lastly, and this is the biggest one, is any sort of hormonal changes, specifically the hormone DHT. Okay. DHT, essentially what it does, it minimizes the size of the hair follicle, and it causes the hair to be in the growth phase for a shorter period of time. So when DHT increases in your system, your hair follicle is going to shrink, and it's just not going to grow. It's not going to be in that growth phase as long as we want it to be. What are some of the causes of DHT? So DHT, it's kind of like a derivative of testosterone. Like male pattern baldness, very common, right? Alopecia, that has high levels of DHT. Postpartum hair loss occurs because your estrogen levels go down, which means your DHT is up. You don't have that hormonal balance. Okay, so all of this is kind of like when I was listening to the chemist, when I was doing my own research, it all kind of makes sense. You're like, oh, okay, so I have high levels of DHT. So what's going to combat that is any product that's going to help block DHT or bring that DHT level down. Okay. So again, MSG will talk about this too, but just wanted to reiterate that when we are talking about hair loss, you guys, if someone's coming to you and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm losing so much hair, my hair is so thin, it won't grow. It's so important that we're asking the right questions. Because someone like a mom might come to me, especially because I talk about postpartum hair loss all the time. A mom might come to me and be like, hey, I just had a baby. All my hair is falling out. They know the reason. Or I have COVID, my hair is falling out. But some people don't know. They just come to you and they're like, hey, my hair is falling out. So it's up to us to ask those discovery questions to really become that expert and be able to help them. Okay, so let's talk about the ingredients and why they work and how that's kind of like related to all of the hormones, specifically to DHT. So very briefly, I'll talk about the shampoo and conditioner that I think, obviously these are amazing, but the money I think is really in the serum. Like this is like the extra, like this is going to get it all going. Okay. But shampoo and conditioner. So These have our staple ingredients in it, guys. It's powered by Rejuvenique, Capixul, and pea extract. Both of them have that in there. Okay, so that's great because it's nothing really new you need to learn. We all know Capixul helps with hair growth. We all know Rejuvenique, how amazing that is for your scalp health. And then the pea extract supports healthy looking hair. Clearly it works, right? My hair is super shiny. Okay, so rest assured you don't have to learn too much new information about these. All right, but let's talk about the serum and what's so special about that. So in the serum, there are a ton of just incredible ingredients, but we're gonna mainly focus on two. And these are gonna be like your main talking points when you are getting on and educating about these, all right? Caffeine, so write this, if you're taking notes, write this down. Caffeine and melatonin. So why is caffeine important? Caffeine, they literally have this on the screen, and this is how I like to think about it. Wake up your hair follicles. Caffeine helps you wake up. It wakes up your hair follicles. It stimulates your hair follicles, and it's going to basically activate your hair follicles to accept all of these incredible ingredients that we're feeding our scalp, that we're feeding the hair follicles. It's going to allow all of that goodness to get into the follicle. That's what caffeine does. Also, caffeine is a natural DHT blocker. So if you're blocking that DHT hormone, guess what? Your hair's not, that hair follicle is going to stay enlarged, and it's not going to cause that growth phase to shorten as much. Okay. So those are like the main points about caffeine. All right. Now, the other main ingredient is melatonin. So you might be thinking, well, okay, caffeine wakes up. What do we use melatonin for? Usually to go to sleep, right? But it all works because this was super cool. Melatonin is actually naturally produced in our hair follicles. That's really cool. So because it's naturally found there, it's incredible that we're feeding our hair follicles even more of that. And with that caffeine, that's allowing that extra melatonin to go into the hair follicle. What's going to happen? We are giving our scalp what it's naturally craving. We're giving it that melatonin. Melatonin has antioxidants, and it works in conjunction with other parts of our skin. It's incredible. It works in conjunction with vitamin C, hyaluronic acid to support overall skin health. And those are big ones. We use vitamin C serum on our face. We use our hyaluronic acid on our face. So what do we want to do if we're using it on our face? We also want to use it on our scalp. And the best part about melatonin, it keeps your hair in the growth phase longer. That's the key point there. Longer growth phase. Enough said, right? We all want to hold it into that growth phase a little bit longer. All right, and then there's all sorts of other good things. There's bakuchiol, there's vitamin C in here, there's biotin. That's a hot word. Everyone's taking biotin supplements, the sugar bear hair gummies, whatever you want to call it. Ours has biotin. It's going to deliver it right to the source. Capixul, and then Procataline, which is also in our shampoos and stuff. Okay, so those are the main ingredients in the serum. So let's talk about statistics. All right, so the reason these work, you guys, or like these have proven results. So we need to get on camera and talk about that, because y'all, I was 2 minutes late to this call because I was doing my research on, I'm just gonna say on Divi hair scalp serum. Y'all, they don't have a single research article about Divi. They don't have a single statistic. They have customer reviews, which, I mean, there's value in that for sure. They don't have a scientific advisory board. They don't have patent pending technology. Okay. So the reason I'm saying that is because we have the research to back this, and we need to get on camera and talk about that. So the serum has proven 92% less hair fall. That's amazing. Okay. 92% less. And fuller, thicker hair in 60 days. But I want you to add the caveat with consistency, okay? Because I don't want your customer to be like, oh, my hair the same and they're using it every other day or once a week, right? This is designed to use on your scalp every day. Okay. So with consistency, fuller, thicker hair in 60 days. And then the shampoo decreases hair fall by 84%, and the conditioner decreases hair fall by 91%. Okay. So all of these in conjunction are going to lessen that hair fall. But
Maria, can I ask you a question really quick?
yes.
Just to share. So with the serum, did you use it after you got out of the shower, or did you use it after you dried your hair? Because I know that we can use it for both. So how did you use it? And if you use it on dry hair, can you talk about it?
Yeah. So I intended to get out of the shower and put it right on, and then I was going to blow dry my hair. I got out of the shower. I just towel dried my hair and I combed it. And then Henry wasn't awake yet. I went to go get Henry up. We were snuggling, all the things. My hair started drying and I was like, oh shoot, I need to use that serum. And I want to make sure I'm using it in a way that I would typically use it. So to be totally honest, you guys, like, well, first of all, my hair dried so fast with this line too, which is awesome. But my ends were almost dry. My roots were still a little damp. So my hair wasn't sopping wet. It wasn't totally dry. So it was like damp, I would say. And then I just focused on, I mean, it's a long dropper, and I did it along my part, and then I did along my hairline, because that's where I'm getting my postpartum loss right there. Okay. So that's where I did it. And then I just went in with volume and lift, a little damage cream, and then I blew it out. Yes, the scent is like super mild too, so which is great. But yeah, so that's kind of like I know it's like very detailed, but hopefully y'all can take those kind of like those big talking points, and that's it's our job to deliver that to our customers. So I'll kind of in there. We're definitely going to do like a Q&A at the end as well. So if you have any questions, hold on to those and we'll talk about them at the end. But MSG, you can go ahead and talk about how we are going to effectively deliver this to potentials and current VIPs.
Yes, absolutely. Maria, that was great. I learned even more as well. So, but yes, so guys, the biggest thing about this, and I love talking about sharing and educating people on products, because truthfully, like at the end of the day, you are the one that is selling the products, right? Like it's not just they're looking at the bottle and like, oh my God, that looks great. Yes, we like aesthetically pleasing things, but at the end of the day, if you are so passionate and you have energy and you can share with people that these products actually work, then you are the person that is selling them to people. So just like Maria said, even if you don't have the product, you can get on your camera and you can talk about that. You can share infographics about things. And so we're going to kind of talk about that. So one of the things that I like to touch on with social media is because I think a lot of the times is like, yes, we are a multi-level marketing company and we use our social media, but social media is just a tool for success. It is not going to be the end all be all. Like if I post something, I'm going to have so many people in my DMs. Okay. This is just a tool for you to be using. So you still need to be talking to people, sharing with people about this information. Sorry, I have like notes that I'm looking at as well as I scroll along this. One of the things that I want to talk about too with this is that going kind of back to the whole personal part about this is that please, please, please do not just go on your social media and just post up a random post you saw someone that you screenshotted, right? Infographics are great for specific reasons. So like, for an example, if you have an infographic of something like I have, like if you wanted to post the one about the shampoo, like make sure you're talking about how those products are going to work, right? And we are wanting to make sure that we are educating people so that they have the information that they need. So like, for an example, let's say you were on your camera and you talked about like how amazing these products are, how like there is nobody else that has a product like this. I mean, at the end of the day, what woman doesn't want thicker, beautiful hair? right? Like if that's how we're talking about this. And then after I post some infographics, a little bit of information, that is great, right? Because you are the person that is sharing about it. You are the person that is passionate about it. It's coming from you, right? If I just get on my social media and I just post a bunch of random pictures and it's like, this is great, buy this, look at the shampoo, look at the information, it's going to be a tap, 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 tap. They are not going to look at any of that stuff. So you have to make sure that you have the energy, you have the passion, you're attracting people with those statistics, with those facts first, for then people to read it. So I have a post up right now that I posted last night. Y'all, I've had about 10 people reach out to me about it. If you don't have my Instagram, it's at Morgan STG, not STD, STG. Okay. But that was, I had so many people reach out to me about it because I stated the statistics and then I went into giving a little bit of information. Okay. So that's something that you can use if you're trying to think of something to do. What was the other thing? Sorry, I'm like looking. Excitement. Okay. Another thing is too, and I know that we've probably already heard this as well, but if you come across anyone's post or you see something that someone has posted and you're like, I want this, I want to create this, okay? Screenshot it and make it your own, right? So for an example, guys, like I'm going to be really honest with you. I'm a teacher, but I am not like a scientific guru teacher. Okay. So like me posting like a whole article of stats, you will not see me do that because that's not even my personality. I don't even speak that vocabulary, right? Even when I have parent conferences with parents and they're using these like long vocabulary, I have to literally sit there and be like, what in the world are you saying to me? So when you are talking and you are posting, it is so great to screenshot and get ideas, but you need to use it in your own words, right? Using it in your own phrases. Okay. One of the things too, it gets very overwhelming to just freaking, I don't know, like comment blast a post with all this information when if you just make it super short and sweet, like reduces hair fallout, reduces thinning, right? That's attractive to people. Keywords are what is going to help attract a market, attract people to want to buy these products, right? The short example of statistics, right? That after 60 days, people saw thicker, fuller hair. Right there. If I saw that, I would be so attracted. I'd be like, what the heck is this? I want this, right? Because that is key to helping people. And it's going to be key to helping those people that have been struggling with hair loss.
MSG, I might pop in there because that's kind
Yes.
of, so I don't know who watched Abby Tamarin's TikTok training. If you haven't watched it, it's really good. But she told us about a site. It's called answerthepublic.com. And hold on, I'm just going to share my screen because I think it's like just an incredible tool. Here. Sorry, I know my screen is really messy, but guys, you can literally type in those keywords. What do I focus on? Postpartum hair loss. So I'm going to type in postpartum hair loss and it pulls you guys what people are typing in Google about postpartum hair loss. So again, if you are lost on like, okay, I want to get specific on like what people are truly asking, do this. You can type in postpartum hair loss, type in COVID hair loss, type in whatever you want to type in, hair loss in general, right? Hair breakage. And then look, it gives you like the prompts. So how to treat postpartum hair loss, what causes postpartum hair loss, okay? And this is just incredible. So it's a huge tool. And again, it's all gonna come back to like you becoming that expert, okay?
Will you drop that link in the chat so that people can have access to that? Yes. So just like Maria said, like it's going to be the why behind this, right? So like if you are, this is something that like I like to do. I don't like to say target because it's a little aggressive, but like if you have so many people that have reached out to you and they're like, I'm struggling with hair loss, right? Like that is what we should be talking about. That is what you want to be educating people on, is like, even if you've had 6 VIPs that have reached out to you or potentials that have reached out to you and said, I'm struggling with hair loss, or the VIPs, which we probably all have had, of like, my hair has been falling out from using these products, or my hair has fallen out, whatever it may be. That is what you want to target. That is what you want to share about on your social media. Okay. That's all that I have for social media. And if you guys have questions, you can ask them at the end. But okay, so I want to talk about conversations because I think this is so important. And I think this is key. There are 2 blurbs that I'm going to send out to you guys, and I'll send them out in the chat, or I can send them out right now as we talk. But so 2 people or 2 categories that we want to add or talk to is, one are your VIPs, right? So like, I value my VIPs and how important they are to me. They should be the first people that you're reaching out to, the very first people. Okay. And like, something that I would say is, I'm a teacher. I like to keep it very, very short and sweet. Okay. And so since I'm a teacher, again, I don't like to give them a lot of information, right? So for me, I'm not going to send out a long message about all the stats, everything and possible that they could get, right? Because they're gonna like, I want to talk to them, right? So here's a message that I would probably send out to my VIPs. I'm putting it in the chat. Hi there. Hey babe. Hey girl. However you talk. Hey sister. Whatever it may be. Wanted you to be the first to know that we launched a brand new hair care line. Girl, it is seriously so amazing. The line is proven to reduce hair shedding, thinning, thicken your hair. Clearly every girl's dream. We have a sale going on right now, and you're supposed to. Would you like some more info on this? Okay, that is starting a conversation. Yes, I would love to know more. Perfect. This is the information. This is some of the statistics that has been shared with our scientific board has shared with us. Send them that. Ask another question. Does this intrigue you? Is this something that is interesting? What more information can I get? Right? I'll be a little bit quicker. I'm not just going to be like, perfect, here's the information, here's your card, right? Let them ask you questions. Give them the information that they need, okay? My other note that I would send out is to people that have already expressed interest in their potentials. They have stressed, my hair is thinning, I need products, and they haven't bought anything yet. Here's the next one. Hey babe, super short and sweet. I know you expressed concern with hair loss and thinning. We just launched a brand new hair care line to help tremendously with hair loss. Would you like some more information on this line? Info, whatever it may be. That is super short and sweet, right? Why would they not be prompted to be like, yes, I would love more info. What could possibly be new, right? So that would be something I would send out to potentials that have already expressed, my hair is thinning. Do not just randomly send this out to every potential, this exact message. Craft it to meet them, right? Even if someone is expressing budget, right? Hey girl, I know that you expressed, let's say it's for $80. I know that you expressed concern about budget. We have this bundle for $80. Customize the message for the specific person. Okay. And then the last thing that I want to touch on, before we open up a Q&A, Maria already kind of touched on this, but if someone reaches out, guys, I cannot stress this enough. Please take a deep breath, slow down, and have a conversation and figure out what they need, right? And again, it is not going to work if someone literally is like, I'm looking for volume. You're like, perfect, got you the kit. And then you just order them that. That is not what they are looking for. So like Maria said, ask them the questions. If someone reaches out to you and they say, hey, I'm struggling with hair loss. Hey girl, would love to help you out. What has stemmed this hair loss? And if they say just like Maria said, I just had a baby, or I'm under a lot of stress, or honestly, I don't know. Okay, then we ask the questions that are going to help them, right? We want to give them information. It's all about educating people on how this is going to help them, right? Not just selling them and then becoming a number sign and then them never coming back, right? That's not going to be the purpose that we want to do. So I cannot stress this enough. This is going to be right now, as of right now, a 1-day sale. So set aside an hour today, however bad you want it, however much time you have, to spend time on talking to VIPs, getting your post up, especially when people are sliding into your DMs throughout the day. Respond, right? Don't just leave them on red. I'll get back to you, girlfriend, later. That is not what you want to do, right? Because we don't know how long this sale is going to be lasting. Also emphasizing this is going to be the best deal they can get for these products at the moment, right? We don't know when the line is going to launch for everybody to get. We have no idea yet. So this is the time that, like, if they want their hands on it now, they need to grab it now. But we're going to open it up for Q&A. I know we only have like 6 minutes left. So if you guys want to unmute yourself, if you guys want to drop it in the chat, we can just alternate and we can kind of piggyback off of one another. So does anyone have, Jessica,
I saw a question up in the chat earlier asking how long this lasts. Honestly, I'm not sure. I would assume if it's designed to be used every single day, and it's once daily, it's not twice daily, once daily, and results are within 60 days, I would assume it's probably going to last around 60 days. But I don't go on and blast and be like, oh, this is going to last forever. Like, we don't know, like, I don't know that information. So like, that's not going to be your talking point. Okay. But if you have a specific customer ask, you know, we can figure out the answer to that. And then the other question about, should they be washing daily? I don't think I would change my washing routine. Now, if they're washing their hair once every 2 weeks, I think that's important to say. You know, obviously with consistency, you're going to see better results. So if they're a, you know, once a week washer, maybe wash your hair twice a week with these products. But again, I think like these are amazing and these are definitely going to support, but I really think that growth is coming from this. So if they're using this every single day, they should be getting that result too. That's just my opinion about that.
Yeah. And I was going to say the serum, from what we have been shared in the information, is very similar to the IRT spray, right? Like, it's not going to make your hair super oily. So that's the one thing. It's not the oil, right? Where it's going to be like an oily product that you're putting on your scalp. It dries very quickly. So just like they said, the IRT, just like the IRT spray, it's very, very similar. Is the shampoo and conditioner the same formula as the current IR shampoo and conditioner? I don't think, I'm pretty positive it's not. This is a more improved version because it's focusing on that, like, they're reducing the amount of shedding that we have. That's the purpose of what this is, especially for those of us that have been using the products and we still shed our hair, right? Like, this is helping reduce the amount of shedding. So I would say no.
It does smell different too, FYI.
Could they just use a serum or they have to use all three? I'm going to go with that. I would suggest all three. Now, one of the things too is that, like, I don't know. I'm assuming that when they launch this sale, it's going to be a bundle. I don't think they're going to do it as individual products. So if somebody wants to wait, I just don't know how long they're going to be waiting. But I always suggest a routine is going to see the results the quickest. That would be my suggestion, right? Like, same exact thing as, like, yes, when I've used the IRT spray and the oil, like, it's helped tremendously with my thinning, but also, like, it's from using my hair products as well because of the Capixyl and the oil that's in it as well. So that I would say, I mean, I would say that yes, they might be able to, but to see quicker results faster, I would say probably the whole system.
Yeah, they talked a lot about system selling. So I definitely think this is designed to be like that. That's not to say, like, I wash my hair twice a week. I'll probably use this for one of my washes. Now, when I'm going through postpartum, my other wash, I'll do like my normal routine and then still follow up with this every single day. That's kind of how I'm going to use it.
One other thing that I wanted to share, just because you said that, is also some of the things too, is that, like, if you are like, we don't have the products right now, look for people's reels that have been sharing using the products. Christina Smallwood just did a phenomenal how to wash tutorial routine. Aspen King did another one. The Monat has the infographic one, right? So like whenever you're thinking about this stuff, like how to share more, look for results of things. Like even if Maria's probably going to post a picture from using the products, I am as well, screenshot it, use it. These are some of my business partners. These are the results from using the products. So anyone that's posting about it.
And if you get VIPs that buy it today, ask them to take a picture. Like
Yes.
testimonials are key. If you don't struggle with hair loss and you're not going to buy this line, then it's key to say like, these are my customer testimonials. They're so effective. Would it be good for oily, dry scalp? You know, I don't know, Dom, because, you know, I think it's really just targeting that, the hair fall. It doesn't say anything about, you know, increased moisture or well, the serum does increase hydration in your hair, but it's not gonna, I don't think it's not gonna be targeting oily or dryness.
But I think it's okay to use for either. I think it's okay to use for either one. You're using the serum daily. Will they apply then massage in? Maria, did you massage it in?
I did. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just did the dropper and then I just went throughout my scalp and massaged it in, and then I styled as usual.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
I didn't leave my hair greasy. It's more of like a gel consistency. IRT spray is watery. This is like a gel. Okay, we're also less than a minute. So why don't we do this? Like, if y'all have questions, like DM us on Instagram. But this was so fun, and let us know how we can help you guys maximize the sale. I'm so excited to see how everyone does today. So yay, let's get it, and let's go grow some hair, guys.
Yeah, thanks guys. Y'all have a great day.